Okay, welcome back everybody to a brand new day, brand new episode, brand new live stream, brand new features to work on. This slide is a bit annoying, but let's see. How do I cover it? Mm, can I cover the I think I should just ignore because I'll just ignore. So I'll go this way. Great. Okay. So that aside, let's keep going. I'll share my codex screen. You know the drill already, so no need for instructions. We are building this browser extension to help us improve our Japanese immersion. So far what we've built is the ability to record the audio of the episode and it saves it in a very organized folder system. So let's go back. If I share my screen right here, I'll stop sharing this and I'll share my Finder screen. Let's see, Finder, where are you? I can't find the Finder. I can't find the Finder. It's like if the Finder is here and then here. This was when I was testing, but yeah, we have this and we have this. Like these are TV shows, and then every episode is going to be in here. Great. Now, this is going to help us for passive listening after we finish watching the entire show. That's the first part. The second part is as we are watching, I would like us to have, you know, um, features that allow us to better mm, navigate and better understand the content we're watching at the moment. So I'm going to share my Netflix screen now, and then I will mm, uh, what is this? Doesn't work. Okay. Well, it's fine. So here's what I'll share. I will not play any audio because I don't want my video to be blocked. That's a consistent theme in this. So look at this. Shkash. It's highlights it and it's supposed to show me the meaning on the top. I don't know why it's not showing. But here, Tokyo, it's supposed to show. Why isn't it showing? Well, okay. It's showing the other one, Chuo. Uh okay, okay. It's working. It's working. It's working. Kokuritsu, okay. It's working. So this is the brand new feature that I added. This actually, let me turn on language reactor and turn off this one. This very similarly reflects um, uh, language reactor, but I guess language reactor is okay now. Perfect. If you see how language reactor turns this into a into a what's it called? Like this is a cursor, the black one, but the white finger is a pointer. Is that what it's called? It turns it into a pointer, and the color it's not. If I put the other one, it is a color border around it, but the um, language reactor is just a shallow. Uh, you get what I mean, right? It's like shallow white gray thing that covers the uh, subtitle, the actual word. And then if you look overall at the subtitle, it's covered in a dark, um, you know, container with white text and gray little border. If I go back, actually, I'll take a screenshot of this. And then I'll put it in my cloud. And then I'll go back to this and I'll turn off language reactor. Yes, and then but you see this one does not. This one is it is it doesn't have the black thing. It also this is blue. I kind of don't like that, so I wanted to actually be more similar. Also, I want the text size of this to not be bold and to be instead normal and smaller font. So I'm just gonna stop sharing this, and then I will share that. I'll share code, cloud code. Okay, so I will take the, oh wait, one second. I'm gonna actually take a screenshot of yeah, take a screenshot of this. So I mentioned 3 things, right? I hope I remember all of them. Okay, so let me see this one. Yeah, it also has the black thing around the English one. Okay, great. So here I put side by side the language reactor system and what we currently have. For the language reactor, you would see that first of all, every subtitle has a black, uh, a dark border around it, both the Japanese and the English. Next, you see that when I highlight on a word, it actually shows a pointer showing that I can click that word. So I want it, but for the subtitle, for the ASB player we have, it doesn't show that. It just maintains a cursor throughout. That's number 2. Number 3, you see that the subtitle, the actual word I highlight or that I hover over, has this gray border around it. Let's implement that. Also, for the English text, let's not make it bold. Like ours is bold and big. Let's make it, comparable size, font size to the one in Language Reactor. And lastly, even uh, the the Japanese subtitle, we should not make it be bold with like black borders and stuff. Once we have that dark border around it, let's just make it soft white, not bold, similar to what you see in the Language Reactor photo. Oh, I think that's about it. Right? I think that's all the features. Well, I'm gonna work on. Let me see something actually. I'm going to look at what Language Reactor does in terms of this. Okay, 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 okay. Great. Also, I wanted to pause. Great. That's a fantastic point to add. Also, I want the show to pause anytime I hover over a subtitle word. So again, the drill. So we test out our stuff. We know what we want. We look at what we currently have. We look at the difference, and we just tell Claude to fix those for us. And yeah, that's how we keep moving forward and we keep making progress. I'm really looking forward to the day where I don't have to do that, where Claude just one-shots everything and asks me questions on every single detail and just builds everything on its own in one prompt. But until that day comes, we have to continue. Okay, so let me go back let me turn this off, turn this back on. Also, I need to add some AI features because some of these words are not having meanings. Actually, I'll take a screenshot of this. I'm gonna tell Claude next, some of these words like she, as you see here. Wait, I probably should.
ベル国立の夜帝華大学がやってくる。それも敵情視察。西崎教授、ようこそおいでくださいました。
本日はしっかりと勉強させていただきたいと。
Words. Okay, let's go back. Okay. As you see in the don't show a meaning. How do we solve that problem? Well, okay. It's working. So I think this is time to just talk. Wait, cancel. Ooh. Hmm.
そんな帝華大の大教授が何をおっしゃいますか。国立の超一流大学病院がなぜ
Okay. Let's see where the progress is. Okay, we're just waiting. Now, as we're waiting, you already know the drill by now. We just talk about recent developments, and there's actually been one though, which is that with Styles Go, which is the startup that yours truly is a part of, is a co-founder of, we have been focusing our operations in California. So for those that don't know, Styles Go, the idea is simple. You want you want a haircut, but you don't want to go to the barber shop. So you get a barber to come to your house or office and cut your hair. So you can go on Styles Go, and we have barbers. You can just book an appointment with them, and then on the day and time they come to your house. Easy. And then how we make money is we take a commission of the haircut price. Now, we have been focusing on our operations in California. It turns out that there is a regulation in California that you cannot perform barbering activities outside of a barber shop unless you have a permit. We had no idea about this. We just thought that as long as they have the license, then they are good to go. And we've been screening our barbers to ensure that they have a valid license and background checks and ID and all those things. But I never imagined that there's a separate permit needed to perform a home barbering. So we just discovered yesterday, and it turns out that if we get caught, we might actually be in trouble with a lot of fines, and even I think the worst case scenario for the punishment is a misdemeanor. So then imagine this. This is big news. Imagine you've been running your startup for a year. It turns out you're actually, if you get caught, you might go to jail without you knowing. So it was huge news to us. We thought about it. We made more research. We started researching other states where that regulation is not there. And then we found Texas, actually, which is one of the states where there's no regulation. Like, we can just do whatever we want. I mean, not whatever we want, but you get the idea. If they don't need a permit, you can have a mobile barber come to your house, hotel, anywhere, no regulations. So we've been brainstorming how we're going to make this shift from California to Texas. Because to get it, I mean, if it's just to get in a permit, that's fine. We can tell our barbers to get the permit. But it costs $300 and 12 weeks to get the permit. So think about this. Who's gonna pay the 300? Us or the provider or our barber? We don't have the money to pay 300. I'm sure the barber would not spend 300 just to be able to cut hair in Styles Go and Styles Go only. So again, it's a big issue, and so we need to be compliant in California, but we don't have the means to be compliant in California. And so again, thinking about making the shift from Texas. And if you think about this, for over a year we've been in California, right? We've been operating in California. That's, if I were bring to my sunk cost fallacy in there, it's like I don't want to just leave. It's like we have like 20 barbers in that area, and it's like if we leave, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to the people that are gonna book? What's gonna happen if we're doing ads and we stop? Obviously, the number of appointments is going to decrease. What's going to happen to the barbers that are relying on us to actually get them appointments? Those are the kind of things we're thinking about. Also, all the SEO and all the work that we've done so far, focused on California, is just gone, and we have to start afresh. Is it worth it to do that just to stay compliant? That's still we're battling, because the thing is, even though we're in trouble and we get fines if we get caught, the probability of getting caught and actually being getting caught and getting a penalty for that is very low. Because even if we get caught, the probability of getting caught is probably 5%. Okay, And then the probability that even if we get caught, the fine is imposed on us is like 0.1%, because if you get caught, it's like they're gonna give you a warning. Hey, don't do this anymore. Only if you break that warning would you um have to face the consequences. So, like, are we being too risk averse is also one of the things that I'm considering, because, like, given the probability of getting caught is so low, and even if we get caught, the consequences are not that high. It's like what I'm thinking about is, imagine a world where we are bigger than this, and the majority of our um, revenue comes from California. It's like, and we get caught and we are given a warning, then we have to stop operations. So if we have to stop operations, then that's a big issue, because again, majority of our revenue comes from California, and if you have to stop operations, that means loss in revenue. That's a world I see where we actually get hit. However, even in that world, think about it. That assumes we're already big. And if you're big, you don't care about $1,000 fine, right? You can just like pay it every day, like Uber did. You just pay it and just continue your operations. And then you try to get the public opinion to actually say that that rule is stupid. We can go that route. Or we can go the route of being scaredy cats and just moving to Texas, because we're not that big. I mean, we have done operations, but we're not that big, like huge that everybody knows us. That's not who we are. So another argument is to move to Texas while we don't have a lot to lose, right? Because, you know, Texas, California, at this point in our journey is like kind of the same, because even in California, we're just trying to get our foot in more and push ourselves. So if we, instead of doing those activities in California, we do them instead in Texas, that would save us the headache in the future. Now, both these point of views are very reasonable. However, I again, I'm thinking, and I have not decided yet. But I have two co-founders, two other co-founders, so three of us. One of them, the CEO, actually wants us to move to Texas because, yeah, he's very risk averse and he likes Texas. And he also thinks that it's going to be beneficial for our company moving forward to be doing business in Texas, because Texas is much more business friendly, which that's a good point. The other co-founder is kind of still, nostalgic about California. For me, like I told you, I'm stuck between these two point of views, and I haven't decided yet which one to go with. So we're still thinking. I think we're gonna make a decision tomorrow. Another option though is to do both at the same time. But then again, that would cause a split in focus, right? Whereas if we invest our energy in one specific state, that would give us more results. For example, if you had $100 ad budget, do you want to split that into two and do ads in one city and the other in two cities, 50-50? Or do you want to put the 100 into one city? I would choose the latter, doing ads in one specific city. If you're watching this and it's not too, far away from now, and you have some advice or from your experience, I would definitely appreciate it. But yeah, these are just things that I have to deal with. I have to think about and come to a decision on my own. So let's see. Okay, let's look at what Claude is doing. You know what? I have to say, this is therapeutic. Even though I know no one's here, just sitting here and talking out my thoughts makes me feel good. I don't journal. Like, I don't know why. I guess I'm just lazy, or I just forget, or I don't actually make it a habit, or I actually don't see the point of it. Maybe it's all of those, or maybe it's a complex causality where one causes the other. You know, me not thinking that it's useful makes me not remember it. Me not remembering it making me unable to put it as a habit. Things like that. But bottom line, I don't journal. So this is kind of my, my little journal. Yeah. So what else happened? Nothing much actually. We were occupied with this news yesterday. So how in terms of personal though, I have been more consistent with exercise. So now 6 p.m. Actually, I'm gonna set an alarm on my phone. I've been recording it with my brain, but 6 p.m. every day. 6 p.m. every day. Wait, let me see. Every day. Every. I'm gonna put the alarm sound to silent, and then it would only vibrate. Save, yeah. Okay. Like I was saying, every day at 6 p.m. I go out to jog for like 30 minutes and come back. And then when I come back, I have some dumbbells and the pull-up bar, and I do some exercise for like an hour or two, like 3 hours, 2 to 3 hour uh, time frame. I just do exercise, and I've been doing consistently for 2 to 3 days now, like 3 days or 2 days. I don't remember, but all I know is that the past couple of days I have been consistent with it. Today I put it as an alarm on my phone, so 6 p.m. I know, and then yeah, I intend to continue to be consistent in that because I think that's a pretty important part of my health and productivity and overall my, you know, personal development goals moving forward. And yeah, I plan to proceed in that direction. I'll let you know how it goes, if I am consistent or if I'm not. If I miss a day, I'll say it in live stream. Well, what if I miss a live stream? No, I won't. I mean, I'll try not to, but nobody knows tomorrow. But actually, let's come back to Cloud Code. I've been yapping for a while. Yeah. Okay, so this is where we stopped. I've been yapping for over 10 minutes. That's crazy. So this is a focused styling behavior pass, and it ASB players for parent defaults. ASB has a built-in pause on hover, currently defaulted to disable. Blah blah blah. Perfect. Defaults today. This. Okay. The extension fully nice. Compute styles. Okay. Subtitle track is empty by default. Now I have full picture. Okay. There's settings. Nice. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay. Everything is well. Not bold. Plus smaller. Wait. Let's see. Let me reload the subtitle. Reload. And then, by the way, I'm on the. No, this is too black. This is too black. Also, there's no spacing. So I'll show you what this looks like. Look at this. it looks too black, like the border, and the uh and there's no spacing. The black the black the black border looks too black. All right, let me see the overlay. Okay, yeah. Oh wait, let me see something. How about the also, let me see, too black. Also the spacing in between words in the Japanese part, and also in between the Japanese and English part is too small. Also, I'd like it the subtitle to cover more width in the screen. Like, look at all these like little tiny cosmetic changes that I want. Why can't it just do it, or just ask me how do you want this? At least it's aware that they exist, not me having to like look at it and then prompt it to do something different, and then it messes it up, or it improves a part of it but doesn't improve it fully, and then I have to tell it again. It's like, I'm coming. It's 2026. Cover more width of the screen so it doesn't stack a lot. In between, yeah, but it's also in between the 4 lines, and also in between 4 subtitle lines. Okay, what else do I want to? Who's calling? Oh, okay. So next, I have another issue that I want it to fix, which is this. Look at this. You see how this is like touching the border. I want it to be a little bit above. It's like, so I'm gonna dictate this. In the second screenshot, do you see how the meaning box is touching the word? I want it to be a little bit above, and you should have like an arrow that shows that it's this word, but it should be a little bit above that, just to have more spacing. Also, you see how there's no like I talked about earlier, the spacing is too tiny. It's like I want the spacing to be, big enough so that the no after kokuritsu should at least have some spacing in between. Also, the border should have some spacing. It shouldn't just be tight. Don't overdo the spacing though, but just make it so that it's comfortable. I know I probably have to. Oh, it actually. Oh, what? VoiceOS has improved. VoiceOS has actually improved. It caught Kokuritsu and no, like, oh my lord, that's good. See, one of the biggest issues with VoiceOS is that when I switch between languages, it fucks it up. It actually absolutely fucks it up. But now that I'm like, oh, I I was expecting to go in and change Kokuritsu. But when I came to it, I'm like, oh, it actually caught it. Actually, I know the founder of VoiceOS. I'm probably gonna reach out to him and say, hey, I saw that now it captures both languages, and I just love that feature. Just founder to founder support. Okay. Let's see x.com. I'll text him soon, but like, yeah. I don't like when VoiceOS adds thank you to this. Why is x.com asking me to do a subscription? Anyway. Wait, I should stop. Oh my, this is bad. Okay, anyway. Made in I'm looking at x.com, by the way. I'm sorry. I'm looking to see, to send a message to the founder of VoiceOS. Profile. What is this? Where are my messages? Oh, I see here. Enter passcode. Is that my passcode? Oh, it is. Nice. Okay. Oh, what is that? Lights out? Well, let's do some dark, you know. Actually, I'll text him later. I'll make clear refinement. Let's map each tweet. Benefits. Oh wait, what? It's still working? Okay, great. I have time to actually craft the message. Oh, he's she read. Is the lighting okay here? The lighting is a bit bad. I don't know. Should I text him? Now I feel a bit weird. I don't wanna text him. You know, it's like, man, I don't wanna text him. It's like, you know, it's like, why just jump into my DM? You know. The last time I made an X post is June 5th, which is bad. I shouldn't do that. I should make some posts. I have struggled with consistency with posting on X. Why? I don't know. Oh my god. Interesting. Okay. Clear. So right now, it's 42 minutes into this. I'm just gonna wait for Claude to finish. Once the design is beautiful to my eyes, I will call it quits for today's live stream. I find that if I keep it shorter, I find more motivation to actually come back and do them. So I will not ruin that. So just to be clear, right now we're waiting on this. We're waiting on this. We're waiting on Claude to finish. Once it's done, I'll check. Then, you know, I'll be it for the day. Okay, I finally found the resolve to text Kai. Okay, I'll text him. If I'm silent, I'm sorry. I am typing this message to Kai. I finally gotten the courage to do it. 1, 2, 3, Japanese words. Ability. Okay. I'll send this. That's why I wanted to reach out. There's another reason I want to reach out. So actually, I should tell you how I decided to have the courage to text him. He's probably the only other successful founder that I know, and I want to ask him about the status quo situation with California and Texas and see what he has to say. Because in this kind of scenarios, it's like where there's no one right path. You have to just stick with your gut and what you think and just move ahead with it, because every path has pros and cons. I want to ask someone at least who's a founder and probably has dealt with the same issue or knows other people who have dealt with the issue. And I just want to pick their brain on what they think would be the optimal path to continue with. I mean, obviously, like, I'll take everything they tell me with a grain of salt, but I would want that input if they have any. I think this message is ass, but I'm gonna send it anyway, bro. Okay, I've sent the messages. Back to this. Wait. The only thing I need to do now is to actually test this. Reload the subtitles and just replay.
私立大学病院
Probably reload this as well.
なぜ地方の私立大学
Ah, nice. It looks kind of cool. Okay, not too bad. Uh, the spacing is not that good still. Like, let me turn this off and do this. It's like, yeah. So if I share the other screen, you'll see what I mean. Oh, this is actually the Netflix screen, so I probably don't want to share it. I'm sorry. Wait, I'll just test it out myself here. Okay. I'll just probably just share the codex screen then, though. Okay, I'll give you the codex screen, but what I'm looking at is the language reactor and comparing it with the ASP player. Yeah, okay, so okay. So a couple of things. I'm gonna show you the screenshot that I made right here. Actually, I will dictate as I read, as I explain. So if you look at this is much better. However, the kokuritsu still touches the no, the border of it. That's one. So I want us to add more spacing around that. And then I think I want us to make the text, the Japanese text at least, bold or bigger. And then on the English side, I like the spacing we have now. But then between the Japanese and English, however, the spacing between the English letters of the same word is unnecessary. So let's just write the English as normal. Okay. So I think we're getting pretty close. With this change, I think that we've covered overall everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pause here, and yeah, I will see you guys, some other time. What's gonna happen is that I will, after this prompt lands, I'll check it, ensure everything looks good, and then I will just, turn it off and continue tomorrow. What are we gonna work on tomorrow? I'm not too sure, but I think we will figure that out. Okay, so then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, evening, night. Bye.